Hi, and welcome back to Half Magic Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is all about your next surprise. So, what is the next surprise you have coming in your life? And I'm also going to give you an approximate time frame of when that might happen. So, there are 4 piles to choose from. I suggest choosing the pile that sparks a memory in you. So, for example, I would choose pile 3, the King of Cups, because this card reminds me of this really gorgeous Hindu temple I went to in the little Indian neighborhood of Singapore. So I will put the timestamps in the description down below for each of these piles. Feel free to pause the video now and choose your pile. Thank you. If you selected pile 1, the 9 of Swords, welcome to your reading. Your tarot cards are the 7 of Pentacles, the Tower, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Chariot. Okay, so my pile 1s, what is your next surprise? Well, with this 7 of Pentacles at the beginning of your spread, I'm hearing that you have been waiting on something in your life. You've been putting work into this situation, work into yourself, but it feels like you just haven't gotten the fruits of your labor yet. And for most of you, I'm hearing that this situation is specifically regarding your love life. So it could be that you've been working on yourself, you've been working on, doing your hobbies, working on presenting yourself the way that you want to be presented, you're working on healing emotionally, but you still have not been able to enter into the kind of romantic union that you've been craving. For a smaller portion of you, this will be related to a job. So it could be you've been applying to jobs, you've been trying to think of what career you want, you've been in school studying to get a degree for a specific job, and maybe you just got your certification or you're kind of on the tail end of getting the degree, and you just don't have anything lined up yet, but you've been working towards it. And so right now you're in this place where you feel like I've put all this effort in, but I haven't really been seeing any results. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know if I should just keep waiting. And your next surprise is that you don't have to keep waiting anymore. The Tower. That's the next card in your spread, and the Tower is all about shocking revelations. So I think the offer, whether this is a romantic offer or a job offer, career offer, however this applies to your life, is going to come in very suddenly and it's going to surprise you. And what's even more shocking about this is that you're not just receiving one offer, you're receiving 2 offers. And that is coming through with the next 2 cards in your tarot spread, this Knight of Pentacles and this Knight of Swords. So if this is a love offer, these are 2 separate people that this is representing. So the Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo earth sign-esque energy. So this person is very loyal, but they're a little slow moving. So they're not going to try to rush into things with you. They really like to take their time in relationships. So this is the kind of person who maybe would want to be friends or just kind of date very casually before you get into a committed relationship. And it's not because they're non-committal. It's because when they do commit, they commit really hard. And so they don't want to rush into something before they're 100% sure. And the second energy that we have is this Knight of Swords, which is a Gemini energy. And this Gemini person can be very smart. They're probably pretty funny, pretty quick-witted. They're really good at communicating with you. You find them to be really intellectual and kind of have a good vocabulary or knowledge of different aspects of popular culture. Like if you're a reader, they've probably read a lot of the same books as you, or they have really interesting, nuanced opinions on the things that you also like and care about. And so you're going to have these 2 energies come towards you, and they both want you, they want your time. And it's really up to you to decide here. What are the aspects that would be the dividing factor here? Well, this Knight of Pentacles, as I said, they're a little bit slow. So the Knight of Swords will definitely be the one that's a little bit more pushy and more willing to give you a very succinct offer in the beginning. And the Knight of Pentacles can also be, to be honest, they can be a little bit boring. They're not, they're very, very stable, but they're not going to be the person who's going to take you on like exciting dates. This is going to be the person who's going to like offer to clean your car, you know? And then the Knight of Swords, they're this really intellectually stimulating, smart person who says what they mean and they communicate with you really well. But they can also be very stubborn, and they will hold on to something. They will beat a dead horse. You know, they'll have their moot point, and they don't really care if they think they're right. If they know they're right, they could be right because they're very smart people. But if they feel that they are correct about something, they don't care about saying that eloquently if they disagree with you. They don't really have tact necessarily when it comes to expressing their controversial opinions or disagreeing with people. So that could be one of the deciding factors in who you choose between these two energies. And if it is a job offer specifically that you are looking for that's supposed to be coming in, this would be two different kinds of workplaces or two different bosses. So the Knight of Pentacles would be something where you have to do a lot of kind of like tedious, slow work, but they're not overworking you. It's not that you're being overworked. It's just that it's not particularly exciting work, but it's something that you do and you feel very competent in. So you're not going to feel like you don't understand what you're doing at this job. I could see this being some kind of like job that heavily relies on administrative work or something like that. And with this Knight of Swords, this is something where you would have to take more of a leadership role. Like I'm seeing that you would have to speak more. Maybe you'd be in a position with more power where you would have to give a lot of speeches, or you would have to kind of be in charge of other people or relay a lot of information to other people. It could be even like a salesperson of some variety, because you have to communicate why you want people to buy from you, is what I'm hearing. So it could be two different kinds of jobs, and you have to decide which one you'd rather be. And that is what the last card in your tarot spread, the Chariot, is all about. The Chariot is a card of self-determination, of deciding which way you want to go when presented with two different options. And that is exactly what you are going to have to do. Once this new surprise comes in, you're going to have to decide, which person am I going to go for? Which workplace am I going to go for? Which situation, however this might apply to your life, am I going to go for? And the good news is with the Chariot is that you have both the mental strength and the emotional strength to make the right decision. I would not be too worried about choosing the right thing. I think you will know pretty intuitively which one you should go for, and you should select based off of that. Now, I will say that with the pile marker that you selected being the Nine of Swords, I am hearing that this is something that you have been worried about. This situation that you've been waiting on, whether that's you're concerned, oh, will I ever get into like a romantic relationship that I like? Will I ever get a career that's stable for me, that I can like pay my bills and I don't completely hate it? And I'm here to tell you that with this, with your tarot spread ending in the Chariot, your anxiety will definitely be eased once the surprise comes in. So when will you get this offer? When will you receive this surprise? I pulled two cards at the top of your spread for the timing. So we got Seven of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So when will this happen for you? I'm hearing February. So this is a timeless reading. So if you are not watching it when I first put out this video, it would just apply to the next February for you, but I'll give a breakdown of why I say that. So first of all, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and Pentacles in the tarot represent months or seasons, but I'm hearing months for this, so 7 months. And then in addition to that, we have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords represents Aquarius. Aquarius season is late January through most of February, and at the time of filming this, 7 months from now would be in February. So once again, I'm hearing February, 7 months from now, which I know is a long time to wait. And that is what's coming through in the first card in your tarot spread, the Seven of Pentacles. It's something that you've had to wait for a while, but you're going to have options once the surprise comes in. All right, my pile ones, that is it for your reading. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you. Take care. If you selected pile 2, the 5 of Cups, welcome to your reading. Your tarot cards are the Devil, the Knight of Wands, Judgment, Page of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords. All right, my pile 2, so what is your next surprise? At the beginning of your tarot spread, we have the Devil. So I am hearing that the thing that you've been waiting on is a feeling of breaking free of something that you've been tied down to. And for most of you, I'm hearing that this is a feeling that you're obligated or to a hobby, to a lifestyle, to a career that you are not passionate about. So what I'm hearing specifically is for most of you, this is going to be related to your workplace. So you're currently working somewhere where you're not really enjoying it, but you feel stuck or trapped in this position. And it's kind of draining you emotionally, and you feel like you want to be able to move on, but you're not sure where to go, what position you should be taking, what kind of job you should be looking for. And the next card in your spread is this Knight of Wands. So this is a surprise coming in for you. This is this new invigorated feeling of kind of being like a go-getter, like knowing exactly what you want. The Knight of Wands is someone who has ideas and they're very good at getting them off the ground. So this would be you realizing, oh, this is what I want to do and this is how I should do it, and taking that leap of faith and moving towards it. And in the middle of your spread, we have Judgment, which is the call to action. This is your life purpose. This is your calling card. So I think once you have this idea, you will realize this is really the thing that I want to do with my life. And like I said, for most of you, I do think that this is related to your job, but I also don't think that your job has to be your life purpose necessarily. I mean, for the majority of people, our job is just the way that we make money in order to facilitate the kind of life that we want to live, where maybe we can pursue our life purpose, whatever that may be in other ways. So for example, you could realize, you know what I really do is I really want to paint. And you might not quit your job in order to try to become a painter, but you would spend time, you'd convert a room into your apartment into a little area for you to paint. And you would paint on the weekends and you would post about it on your social media, and it would make you really happy. It's something that I just heard. But for others of you, it could be specifically related to a job. So you could be, you could be like in a job that you find kind of boring or demeaning. Like you could be a waiter, let's say that, a waitress, and you're sick of it. You don't want to do it anymore. And you realize what you really want to do is you want to go into like graphic design. And so that is the kind of calling that would happen. You will have some kind of moment of realization where you realize the true thing that you want to be able to spend your time doing. And it is the thing that is going to fulfill you both in your personal life. So you will feel like you've accomplished something, like you've really found your niche, or you found a way of living that really works for you. And it's also something that will fulfill you emotionally, because it will make you feel more satisfied with whatever your work situation is, even if it's not what you're changing, because you know that your work is there to help facilitate this other part of your life. And that is also coming through in this Page of Pentacles. So if you look, both the Knight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles are facing the Judgment card. So what I'm hearing is that this is a mixture of something that's both practical, so related to your finances, and also something that you're passionate about, that are coming together to form this life calling for you. So like I said, I'm not saying necessarily that you would have to quit your job or change your job, but I do think that whatever this thing is that you've decided to pursue that just feels right in your life, you could monetize it, or you could use it to build your brand, to build your reputation. There's something here that allows you to become more stable in a material way. And at the end of your spread, we have this beautiful 6 of Swords, which is a card of transitioning. So you are transitioning from this devil energy of feeling tied down to something that is no longer serving you, to something that you are not sure if you can escape, to this feeling of judgment, of having a call to action, of feeling like you have a specific purpose that you're looking to fulfill, and that is what you are going towards. And also, with the 3 animals in this tarot spread, we have a unicorn. So I'm hearing that you have the uniqueness, you have the unique point of view to make this work for you. And with the ravens are known for their intuition and their intelligence and their ability to communicate. So I'm hearing that you also have those qualities, and those are going to be something that's helping you in this transition. And with the lion, they have the bravery and the ability to know when to hold back or not. And all of these qualities are something that is ultimately helping you come to this this call to action, this life purpose that you are going to be figuring out as your next surprise. And with the 5 of Cups as your pile marker, I'm hearing something very specific. So I recently read this book called Women and Other Monsters. I can't remember the author of the book right now, but it's a book of essays. And in one of the essays, the author talks about how her cousin talked to maybe her grandmother or something like that, and kind of asked the grandmother, what would you have done if you didn't have kids? And basically the grandmother was talking about how sometimes she has to mourn the person that she didn't get to be because she chose a different path. And it's not that she didn't enjoy having kids. Having kids was really emotionally fulfilling for her. It was something that she enjoyed. She loves her family, obviously. But there's also another part of her that didn't get to come through, that didn't get to survive, that would have, traveled the world or whatever. And that's what I'm hearing very strongly looking at this 5 of Cups card, because on the card we have a woman breastfeeding 2 children while looking longingly at the beautiful island behind her with all of this civilization. So I'm hearing that this is almost how you feel right now in this Devil energy, where you feel like you're stuck doing this thing that is maybe not terrible. There are aspects of it that you really enjoy, but you also feel like because you are here, you had to give up other parts of yourself, or you didn't get to explore other parts of yourself. They never got a chance. And so once the surprise comes in for you with this judgment, it'll be like a new lease on your life, a new opportunity to explore and figure out what it is that you want. And you won't have to mourn the things that could have been, because you will know exactly what happens both ways. So when will this realization happen for you? I pulled 2 tarot cards at the top of your spread for the timing. So we got the 6 of Cups and the 8 of Cups, and cups in the tarot represent months. So I am hearing 6 to 8 months from now. That'd be kind of at the beginning of next year, but this is a timeless reading. So if you're not watching this when I initially put it out, it would just be 6 to 8 months from the time that you are watching this, which might seem like a long time, but time flies by pretty fast, and you will be able to come into this beautiful 6 of Swords energy of transitioning away from something that is no longer serving to you into something that feels more clear and placid and just makes more sense with who you are and who you want to be. All right, my pile 2s, that is it for your reading. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you. Take care. If you selected pile 3, the King of Cups, welcome to your reading. Your tarot cards are the 7 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. So, my pile 3s, what is your next surprise? Well, let's start off with the 7 of Swords at the beginning of your spread. So, immediately I'm hearing that you have had some kind of situation that has caused you to withdraw a little bit socially. And for most of you, this isn't anything too major. It could just be that you needed some time to yourself. You're feeling burnt out from all the obligations that you have. It could be that you've recently moved to a new place, or you've gone to a new workplace and you don't really know anyone that well yet. And for others of you, It could be that you had a friendship or a friend group that you feel betrayed by in some way, because the Seven of Swords can indicate betrayal or someone kind of getting one over on you in a sneaky way. So it could be that someone did something behind your back that you found out about and you just couldn't be friends with them anymore. But more strongly for this pile, I'm hearing that it is the retreat aspect of the Seven of Swords. So in the traditional Rider-Waite, the Seven of Swords has someone kind of walking away from the like civilization behind them. And so I sometimes see this card as being taking a break from hanging out with everyone in your social obligations. So more strongly, I'm just hearing that you were a little bit burnt out, or you were really busy with new stuff, or you just didn't know anyone that well. And because of that, you have been lacking that kind of one-on-one friendship that everybody needs, I think. And that brings us to the second card in your tarot spread, which is this Two of Pentacles, which is all about flexibility. So again, that's kind of doubling down on the aspect of maybe you were just too busy, you had a lot going on, you didn't have time to hang out with your friends. But I'm also hearing that with this Two of Pentacles, you are going to be transitioning into a place where you have more of a work-life balance, or just a balance between the different aspects of your life. So you will have more time to devote to having friends, making friends, spending time with friends. And in the center of your spread, we have the Six of Cups, which is a beautiful relationship card. And specifically for this pile, I'm hearing that the surprise for you is more so related to friendship or creating a friend group. But for some of you, this could be about love. But I'm hearing that you miss having people around you to be close to. You miss the kind of memories you have of spending time with your friends, your inside jokes and things like that. And that is going to be the next surprise that's coming in for you, is that you're going to be able to find someone that you can release your inner child around, that you can have fun with, that you can hang out with and play around with and make new memories with. And that is also doubled down by the next card in your spread, this Three of Cups, which is the friendship card. You can also be the card of parties or celebrations. So I'm hearing that if you have the opportunity, if you get invited to like a get-together, a small party or something, I would definitely go. I think this will strengthen your relationships with your friends. If you have the opportunity to celebrate one of your friends, like they got a promotion or they started a new hobby that they're really happy about, you could throw them a little get together. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You could just have a nice dinner with them. And with the last card in your spread, this Two of Swords, what I'm hearing very strongly is that this is not something that's necessarily destined for you. It is something that you have to put work in. So the Two of Swords is traditionally like a card of indecision, but specifically for this deck that I'm using, when I look at this, I always see this card as like, I can't remember what they're called. Maybe like the ramp agents at airports, you know, the people that hold the like neon orange sticks to help guide planes where they're supposed to be. So what I'm hearing looking at this card is that you have two options here, and that is you can be like the ramp agent who guides people towards you, or you can continue to kind of cross these swords at your heart and not let anyone in because you're too busy doing other things. So the onus of making this happen is really on you. But overall, your next surprise is establishing this friend group, establishing these really important, deep, fulfilling friendships with people. And I think that's also echoed by the pile marker you chose, this King of Cups, because the King of Cups is someone who's very generous with their time and their emotions. They're, emotionally available, emotionally secure. And this is really great qualities to have in any kind of friend. And I think these are the qualities that will assist you when you begin to make the effort to put more time in towards your friends, making friends, putting in new opportunities, asking them to hang out and things like that. So when will you solidify this friend group? I pulled 2 cards at the top of your spread for the timing for this. So we have the Star and the King of Wands. And for the Star is a card of hope. So I'm hearing very specifically that this is something that will happen more quickly. The more you think about it, the more effort you put into it, the more you wish for it. And that is doubled down by the last card in your spread, this 2 of Swords, because like I said, I really think the transition from you feeling kind of cut off from everyone to having this wonderful friend group, the onus of it is really on you and your actions. And when you decide to start putting in the effort to hang out with people. And with the second card for your timing, we have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is the card of Leo. So Leo season, which is late July through most of August. And at the time that I am filming this, it is the start of Leo season. So I am hearing specifically that this is something that is already beginning to happen right now. So maybe you just started meeting new people, or you've already been thinking about how you would like to have a group of friends or have people to hang out with. And the Star is just confirming that it will only get stronger as you continue to put in the effort and speak to these people and make that work-life balance. But this is a timeless reading, so if you are not watching this video at the time that I initially put it out, it could be that it will start whenever you're watching this, that it's already started, and you will kind of really be settled into and solidified within the friend group or within the friendship by Leo season. So that is it for my pile 3s. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you. Take care. If you selected pile 4, the Page of Swords, welcome to your reading. Your tarot cards are the King of Wands, the King of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the 4 of Cups. All right, my pile 4s. So what is your next surprise? Let's start off with the first card in your tarot spread, this King of Wands. So immediately I'm hearing that overall your next surprise has to do with moving into a new step up in a relationship that you have. And for most of you, this is romantic. So if you are not already dating someone, who would this person be? We have the King of Wands first, and the King of Wands represents Leo energy. So this person is probably very motivated, they're driven, and they're not the kind of person where you have to be the one to put all of the effort into the relationship. This person definitely has leadership qualities and they will take charge. So they're going to be the type of person who would plan a date, remind you beforehand to make sure that you're still on, pick you up. They're not the kind of person who's going to be like, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? Which is so vague. They really plan things out. They really value your time. And this person is also represented by the King of Cups, which is the next card in your spread. So we have 2 king energies here. So this person is very stable, both emotionally, and they're very sure of who they are. They've definitely learned a lot of their life lessons. They could be older than you, but overall, I'm just hearing that they're a person who has matured a lot and they are ready for the kind of relationship that you're craving. So with this King of Cups, the King of Cups is Scorpio energy. So they could be a Scorpio or have prominent Scorpio placements in their natal chart. That would be Sun, Moon, Venus, rising. And with the King of Cups, I'm hearing that they're very patient, and it might be the first time that you felt really seen in a relationship. And what I mean by that is that this person is not only curious about your emotions, like they want to hear about how you're feeling, how your day was, but they really are interested in getting to the bottom of it and analyzing them and figuring out how to anticipate your moods, figuring out what makes you happy, what doesn't, figuring out ways to cheer you up when you don't feel happy. And this person in this specific card, this King of Cups, is standing on a raft in the middle of the ocean. So I'm hearing that sometimes you feel like maybe your emotions are too much for other people, that they'll drown inside of, the complications of who you are, the perceived complications of who you are. But this person is so steady, they can just, they stand on top of all that. They're able to be in the middle of all your emotions, be surrounded by all of these feelings, all of these thoughts, all of these concerns or worries that you have, and they are not struggling, they're not afraid, they're calm because they know that they can handle it. And I feel like that is something that you have not really experienced in past relationships. And like I said, for most of you, I do think this is romantic, but it could be in reference to, for example, a family member or a friend or something, where they just are the ideal kind of relationship that you would want in those situations. So, for example, if this is a parent, suddenly they're really attentive to your needs. They want to do fun things with you. They're not criticizing you. You feel like you get along with them better than you ever have. If it's a friendship, it's someone who you feel like invigorates your joy for life, your desire to go out and do things. It's someone that you feel really emotionally connected to. Maybe you have very similar past experiences. But again, for most of you, this is romantic. And with the card in the middle of your spread, this 10 of Pentacles is a card of material stability, but also it is a card of family, generations of family. So I'm hearing that this is someone who will be in your life for a while. And if this is someone you are dating or someone that you are starting to date, you will move into the next phase of whatever this relationship is. So it could be buying a house together. It could be moving in together. It could be getting engaged, getting married. And for some of you, very specifically, I'm hearing getting pregnant, having a baby. And that is also coming through with this Sun card, because traditionally in the Rider-Waite deck, the Sun tarot card has a baby like riding a horse in it. And so I'm hearing for a lot of you, if you are trying to become pregnant or you would like to have a kid, that will be what your next surprise is this pregnancy. And you will become a parent with this person that I've been describing at the beginning of your spread, this double king. But for others of you, like I said, it could just be maybe you make things official. You officially decide we are an exclusive couple. You move in together, you get engaged, you get married, whatever it may be. This is something that will make you very happy. The Sun is one of the most beautiful cards to get in any tarot spread. It is all about happiness. It's about being able to find the joy in small moments. And I think this person, because they are so well suited for you, because they are emotionally mature and they bring this patience, this understanding, and this excitement, this loyalty to you, it's going to make you very, very happy. And for those of you who feel like this relates more to another kind of relationship you may have with a friend or family member, this would be also increasing your relationship in some way. So it could be that you decide to work on a project together. You decide to start a business. You decide to go on vacation together. You decide to hang out more. You get invited to someone else's wedding or something like that. But either way, this new level of commitment, this new venture that you are entering with this person is something that is going to make you very happy. And at the end of your spread, we have this 4 of Cups. So this kind of goes with what I said with the King of Cups earlier, where I feel like you had this fear that other people wouldn't be able to handle you, that they drown in all of your emotions, your moods, that it would just feel suffocating, is what I just heard, is that you sometimes feel like you're a burden onto other people, and you feel like other people will find your needs in a relationship, whether that's romantic or with your family or with your friends. You feel like they will find you to be a burden or overwhelming and suffocating. But that is not the case in this instance, because this person, like I said, they're standing on top of all of this water. They're calm. So I'm hearing that this concern that you have is something that is going to be eased by this transition into the new commitment, which is your next surprise. And I'm also hearing with the Four of Cups, sometimes I see this card not as boredom or a refusal to accept something, but more like contentment. So you're not looking elsewhere. So I'm hearing that this will be, because you will be so happy about this commitment, it will make the rest of your life feel very content. Like you're not really going to be looking at all the other ways in which you feel like you need to improve things. Like I think this will kind of give you a blissful period for a while. And also with the pile marker you chose, this Page of Swords, the person represented on this card is the goddess Diana, who is the goddess of the hunt, but she is also representative of the moon, and the moon is watery Cancer energy. It's nostalgia, it's loving, it's affectionate, it's passionate, it's patient, and that kind of goes hand in hand with this King of Cups to me, because the card of Cancer in the tarot would be the Queen of Cups. So Queen and King of Cups, I'm hearing perfect couple. And also the moon represents our emotions and our intuition. So I do think that you know when you met this person, or when you started hanging around this person, or they started exhibiting, showing how great their behavior is, how evolved they are emotionally. You knew in your gut that this was someone that you wanted to keep around in your life, that this is someone you could see yourself building a life with, or transitioning into this new form of commitment with, that is represented by the Ten of Pentacles in your spread. So when will this step up in the relationship come? Well, I pulled two cards for the timing. So we got the Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups. So the Queen of Swords is representative of Libra, and Libra season is from the end of September through most of October. And then the Two of Cups represents 2 months. And at the time that I'm filming this, it is the end of July. So 2 months from now will be the end of September. So I'm hearing very, very strongly that this transition in the relationship will occur this upcoming Libra season. So end of September is kind of the prime time, but could be early through mid-October. And this is a timeless reading, so if you are not watching this at the time that I put the video out, no need to worry. It'll probably just be the upcoming Libra season for you, or it could be 2 months from the time that you're watching this. Take whatever resonates. So that is it for my pile fours. Thank you for watching. I put out a new video once a week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Take care.